Hello, my friends. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, bringing you my daily diary segment. What did I do each day? Today I want to cover the Wednesday, the 29th of January through Friday, the 31st of 2025. Wednesday, the 29th, in the office here, started out with the usual early work at my desk, and I had to do things like focus on planning for future trips that I've been invited to make, plans for broadcasts, video footage from the recently completed March for Life and Walk for Life, working with my team to properly edit and distribute that footage. Work on federal judges recommending some people to the Trump administration. The 115 Forum, plans for this meeting of pro-life leaders that we coordinate, and my monthly note to the Silent No More members of our campaign. 9:45, I had a radio interview with Jana Ellis, National Radio Show. Continued work at my desk on those matters and intersection with staff during the course of the morning. Had some quick lunch, came in the studio, and taped an interview with Father Calvin Robinson for our Praying for America program. As soon as that interview was done, went into my office and did a radio interview with the Coral Ridge Ministries. And then at 2:45, that was 1:45, at 2:45, had a meeting with our social media coordinator, making plans and strategizing for our continued growth on those platforms. More work at my desk. And then at 4 o'clock, a phone call with our finance director, working on some routine business with her. At 5 o'clock, I was back on the air here in the studio for a 1-hour interview with a really great show on a really big platform. And then that led me into quick dinner time, and then an evening trip over to Merritt Island and some work over there with our executive director, and then come back to the office later in the evening. Thursday the 30th, up early as usual, and had work at my desk on the following things. Communication with Patriot Mobile, one of our sponsors for our programs. Approval of emails going out from Priests for Life. Preparation for the Pro-Life Leaders meeting. Some work on some pro-life strategy memos that we are editing, and some memos from the past that we're updating and making the leaders aware of. Revisions on the website, clips for video broadcasts, and interview requests from various media outlets. All this various work at my desk and with my staff, leading to an 11 a.m. interview here in the studio with a guest for our Praying for America program. Did that. Checked in with some staff quickly, and then had a noontime prayer broadcast with some folks in California, and and gave them some updates on pro-life matters. That lasted about 90 minutes. Then some more work at my desk until I had to leave at 4:15 p.m. Now, at that point, as I departed for the Orlando airport, I also had another radio interview, and I did it from the car. This was with a DC-based radio station. Then I got to the airport, checked in for my flight, a flight up to Westchester, New York, to visit with my family. And I did more work there at the gate and also on the plane on my laptop. Landed there in New York and went home and to bed. Then on Friday, the last day of January, Friday the 31st, I was doing, of course, some early work on matters like the February plan, as we call it. Remember, towards the end of the month, I do detailed planning for the next month. It's several hours of work, so I did some of that, nailing down specific things that had to be done on specific days of February. Some communication with staff about video production training. Some work on legal updates, that is pro-life legal battles that we are assisting with, defending pro-life laws and so forth. Trip plans of our upcoming travels. And arranging some interviews with the pro-lifers, the pro-life activists that President Trump pardoned. I was visiting there with my mom, therefore, and in the morning we had to do some business with my brother and her at the bank. So we made a visit over to the bank. And then I spent some time with her. We went to IHOP for breakfast, and then I took her to the Yonkers Raceway, where she enjoys going there to the casino. Spent some time there, had lunch, came back, and at the house then in the early evening had some men come. We had to do some cleaning in the basement, and so we had a crew of men come, and I guided them on that, and we got the house into better shape there in the basement, and then, had some dinner and went to bed. That's what I did on the last 3 days of January of 2025. Hope your activities are going well as we all continue to advance the cause of life and defend the unborn. Thanks for following this, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hi, everyone. I'm Father Donald Calloway, and I want to really encourage you to find out about Priest for Life. I'm a convert to Catholicism. Many people know my story of being a really bad guy in my youth and causing a lot of problems and living for things of the world. But then God came into my life and got me with the divine 2x4, I call it, with the truth. And one of those aspects was the sanctity of human life. And I have to say that when I had my conversion, received my call, and went into seminary, there was one person in particular that I looked to, and still to this day, still look to him for guidance, because he's such an authority. He speaks with such conviction and love, and that is Father Frank Pavone. Was so inspired by him in my days in seminary, went to some of his talks, especially in the March for Life in Washington, D.C., where I lived for about 6 years. And now as a priest, this is a true brother for me, a man who is truly a prophet in many ways in our times, right there on the cutting edge of this cause for life. And there really is no greater cause, because if we're not defending babies, what are we doing? This is human life. This is God's gift to humanity, the life of a child. And so I cannot encourage you enough to find out about Priests for Life, get involved, support them by your prayers financially, and pray for Father Pavone. He's in the crosshairs, of course, because of what he's doing. The devil is not going to be happy about what he's doing. And I pray for my brother. And he is a good man, and he is doing great work. And so, my friends, please, please, please support this wonderful organization, because we need to champion human life. God bless you all.